Okay. Professor Melly Mail, next level. I got two of my loved ones right here, two real Comptons. Right here. They from that CC era. Not the CC Rider, but the CC era is a different C, because a lot of people don't understand it. They try to equate the two. No, CC Rider came later on. Speak to him.
That's after us.
Speak to him. Hey, hold up, just a second. Speak to him.
Yeah, the CC Riders came, that was after, you know what I'm saying? That's when we had to regroup. You know how sometimes you got to take a few steps backwards, then go forward.
Hold up, introduce yourself so they know that you ain't
I'm quite sure they kind of know, I've seen a few videos already, but I'm Bodacious Bubs, you know, one of Compton's finest. You know what I'm saying? I was there at the beginning, you know what I'm saying? And I'm staying 100 with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm with Lil Bubs, you know what I'm saying?
Bubs, Junior. What's going on with it?
You know?
Sitting here honoring Killer Wayne, rest in peace, the general. You know what I mean?
Man, we're glad to have y'all here, man. So yes, Bodacious, Johnny Bubs, man, tell us, man, what we need to do during this moment right now, because it's a lot of chaos going on in Compton and still conflict amongst the tribes, and they don't seem to be able to sort the things out, man.
Well, first thing, I look at, this is my opinion, you know what I'm saying, Melly? I look at it as, also even as black people in general, we got to learn to behave better. We got to learn how to get along with each other without fighting or petty differences, you know what I'm saying? We got to, like, come up with a code, like a solidarity to live by.
Code of conduct.
Yeah, a code of conduct to live by. You know, we got to get an agenda. You know what I'm saying? We walking around here frivolous, no ideas, everybody trying to be the top dog when ain't nobody the top dog. You know what I'm saying? So when you learn how to, I don't care who's president, we have 45 presidents, we still out here killing each other. And you know what I'm saying? And to take the lead, if we want to get any kind of anything, reparations and anything, hold on, the plane coming through.
That's okay.
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
That's part of the environment.
Is that the background scene?
Yeah, that's part of the environment. But here's the thing, though, man, because a lot of people don't understand, if you control your local politics, you control the resources, you control the people who you elect to office, you control the police department.
Right.
And you also have control of resources within that community.
Right.
And you gain ownership. That's how you do it, right?
Well, you got a lot of ignorance, and that's come from not knowing. When Johnny and I and a few other homies started the Compton Empower, we knew about the gang street thing, you know what I'm saying, and a few other things, but we didn't know about the politicians. And you know, when Chico kind of did a film and ran across some of the things at the city council meeting that we didn't know, you know, transpired. You know what I'm saying? We was blind to that, and we had to learn, you know what I'm saying, when we went in there, and we seen that everybody wasn't honest, they was politicians. And you know, they say when you know a politician is lying, when they open their mouth. You know what I'm saying? So what we have to do is just basically start getting along, get back to the long table. You know what I'm saying? Me, you, Vault, you know how we do it? Right. We get back to the long table and come up with an agenda on how we can get along. And then maybe we can do some stuff, because I don't care who in office. If we can't get along, we can't get no politics. We can't even get nobody to vote.
Well, one of Raymond Washington's ultimate plans was to get one of the homies elected to office. That way, right there in our communities, that way we could participate in the local politics. Right. Where we have somebody, you know, that was acting on our responses or whatever we need in that community.
Right. And when you look at the polls and you look at how many people vote in Compton, you have like 1,200 people electing one person when I know 1,200 homies by myself. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So I'm like, we can have our own vote. We got to come up with a decision.
So agree or disagree. It ain't the fact that they don't think. It ain't even the fact that they don't understand. The fact is, a lot of these youngsters, man, they confusing thinking with feelings,
emotions.
And when you emotionalize something, it becomes reactionary, or it becomes reactionary in the sense that I hate him, or I hate him, and they don't even know who they talking about.
Right. They don't even know it. You know what I'm saying?
But it all goes back to your
and wait a minute, hold up, introduce yourself, sir.
My name's Albert.
And where you from?
Call me Uncle Albert. I'm from Tanner.
Okay.
But it's the upbringing. It also got to do with the upbringing of the youngsters, because some of them, they came up and they was in the home, and the mom and the mother and the father didn't have no control over them.
So what is your responsibility in that?
You know what I'm saying? I can't, Uncle, me, myself, you know what I'm saying, I get on my knees and pray.
But how does praying help your young?
But praying help your young, and then you start teaching them. You got to take them and start leading them in the
and don't take my questions personal. I'm just hard with my questions.
I ain't tripping on that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things is not fleshly. You got to go into the spirit, like you say. We fight against spirits, not flesh and blood. We fight. So,
Johnny, add to this, bro.
I'm gonna give it to you like this, homie. When we first did that, the last time we did it, and we had the whole city on lock, everybody was at the table. We had the ball game at Compton College. We was promised, each individual that was promised a different contract from the city that we could keep these youngsters off the streets and help them get these jobs and get together, but they lied to us. Nothing never took place towards that, you know what I mean? The youngsters didn't believe in it no more, so they started back going out, setting against each other.
Here's what I know about politicians. Politicians are usually too busy trying to fix their own problems.
Exactly.
So how they gonna fix yours?
They was too busy sneaking behind what we wanted to do.
So therefore, we must get control of our own situations and fix our own problems. We don't need them. That lady took a big old huge picture with all the Compton Crips and all the blood.
That's how she got reelected.
And sent it to Obama.
In her defense, she did go out a little bit as far as getting us places to meet up, and she tried. She kind of put her job on the line a little bit.
She was cool with it.
Yeah.
It's the people that was around her.
The city council. Well, Chico exposed them.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, Chico exposed them, and that's what we didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, recently I was at Walt Junior High, and one of the people they exposed was up there. She saw him, and she had some bad stuff. I didn't get into that because that's her business.
Right.
I don't have nothing to do with that.
Right,
you know, you got to iron that out with Chico.
And going back to what Albert was saying, as far as upbringing, because you have two families. You have our in-house family with your mother and father. I came from a great mother and father. You know what I'm saying? That was upper middle class. And I was one of the most notorious Compton Crips at one time at 13 years old.
Yeah, I witnessed.
You know
I was at Dominguez with your bad ass.
You know what I'm saying? You know, they would. You know, when I came up to school, they canceled school. You know what I'm saying? School out. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So,
hey man, you walked around that school with a lot of authority, like a lot of confidence. You know, I saw you. I was there with you, man.
But and the same thing. I'm not trying to glorify that. That was wrong. You know what I'm saying? But it was a way of life for me. You know what I'm saying? And I just was good at it. So my thing is that it's just like he said, but when I was coming up, I fell in love with the homies. Now, I had a beautiful family.
Bodacious. That's social conditioning. That's all that was.
So that same social conditioning that got him to do it, see, I could lead anybody, you know what I'm saying? I turned some Pyru's Crip. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I was a pretty good leader.
What about,
but I'm just saying, let me finish. Let me finish. So in that, I reversed it. So what I'm doing now is planting the seed on how not to kill each other, how not to, because you got a disagreement, you know, we got to pull guns out. You know what I'm saying? We have enough adversaries as it is as far as the system is concerned.
So would it be fair to say you took the lies out and replaced it with the truth?
Exactly. But I had to learn the truth first.
Yeah, you had to learn it.
I had to learn the truth.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And my worst enemy was me. When you know what I'm saying? I did more harm than me. I'm jumping through windows and everything else.
What shocked me culturally and made me become culturally responsible was breaking the chains of psychological slavery by what's the brother name? Akbar.
Naeem Akbar. Naeem Akbar, yeah.
And then the other sister, Shahada Ali, wrote that book, Are You Still a Slave?
Right.
When I went there and took the test and realized I was still a slave, man, I was devastated.
Well, one thing we don't understand about the system of injustice, I'll say, which is white supremacy, which is what you call it, white supremacy dominance, which control all activities.
Everyday activity.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because directly or indirectly, every move we make, we keep that system in power because of indoctrination. We never was educated. We always was indoctrinated. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm saying is that I speak English. I ain't never been to England a day in my life. You know what I'm saying? So they indoctrinated me. I wanted to be the fastest gun in the West by watching Gunsmoke, you know, Rat Patrol, and every other, you know, killing movie, Bugs Bunny.
So you was coerced?
Yeah, I was. Malcolm said I was hoodwinked. You know what I'm saying? And until you kind of learn what really, like you said, I read 100 books.
You was inoculatized.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If that's the correct word, I don't know what that means, but I evidently, and we all are.
Yeah.
But we don't think though. We think this is how it's supposed to be. This is not how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And then you add a pandemic on top of it. You know what I'm saying? And all the other ills that go with it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if we want to get back to learning how to get along, first of all, we got to understand what education means. See, indoctrination and education are two different things. True. Education is where you can solve every problem you run across.
Right.
Indoctrination is that they teach you how to keep the system in place.
Well, I'm a firm believer. If you don't read, research, and study, you hopelessly forever doomed to mediocrity.
Right. And that's like I tell all my homies in the pen. I tell my homies in the pen, all the homies and stuff that's locked up that put their life on the line for this. and they got a job. You know what I'm saying? And it's basically just do the Malcolm X. We'll call it the Malcolm X scenario. You know what I'm saying? Don't go in and count the days, make the days count. You know what I'm saying? Go in there and do your research. You know what I'm saying? Behold the Pale Horse, the Art of War.
That's what's going on right now. Behold the Pale Horse is what's happening right now.
Come on, man.
But Bodacious, look, we don't want to tie you up too much.
Okay, yeah,
but give us a positive message going out.
Yeah, that's
give us something positive going out.
All I'm saying is we just got to live by the positive messages that we got to reconstruct the way we think and quit being so emotional and want to harm each other.
Reconstruction is good because we had Reconstruction coming out of slavery, but they didn't like it because they saw we was gaining momentum.
Right.
And they tore it down.
Well, because we labeled ourselves. Right. We labeled ourselves the NAACP. We labeled ourselves the Black Panthers. We labeled anything in the historical.
And the brother of Marcus Garvey.
Right.
Pan-Africanism.
Right. They infiltrated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we sell each other out because we don't have nothing, and they give us a little bit of change.
Great. Give us a positive message going out, Bub.
Man, I would tell any young man, any older cat out here, man, get your mind right, homie. Keep your mind right and live by the code, homie. There's too many weirdos coming back and forth to the neighborhoods and to the states. They got too much smut on their name and they still able to come back and live around us and hang out with us. You know what I mean? I was worried about some real gangsters, some real crips that don't allow certain shit. You know what I mean? Nowadays, you got everybody doing whatever they want to do, breaking every code and come back to the set like it's cool.
Uncle, take us out, man. Take us out.
What you have to realize is, in order, you have to, some of them codes you have to break in order to start forgiving people, because that's what keep us separated. That's what keeps the separation, because some people gonna always ride with him. He's gonna ride whatever he do. So you gotta learn how to forgive, homie. You gotta be able to come back around.
Hey, but once again, man, Professor Melly Mill, I'm here with my loved ones, and we had a powerful moment right here. We had Doc Wilder, and we got the
Killer Wayne. This for Killer Wayne.
Killer Wayne, man. Rest in peace, Killer Wayne. And we got to talk it over, man. Once again, Professor Melly Mill, KM Videos, where content is king, and we on the next level, baby. We coming at you hard. Anybody out there playing with it, we ain't doing it, man. We serious, man. We get real reputable people with this here, man, that can speak the truth and speak volumes. Volumes, you hear me? We out.